Her name was Gudiya. She was only 14 years old, but life had made her feel 40. She had no one. Her parents died in a train accident when she was just 6. Her relatives made her work for 2 meals a day, then abandoned her at the railway station because they considered her a burden. From that day on, her home became the sidewalk outside Puranpur Railway Station. Every morning at 4 a.m., she searched through garbage for plastic bottles, metal, and scrap. She earned barely enough to buy a simple meal. At night, she spread old newspapers on the pavement and covered herself with worn-out sacks. During the rainy season, she slept under a bridge. In winter, she shivered through the freezing nights. People called her the garbage girl. Shopkeepers chased her away, saying customers would leave if she stayed nearby. Even the police threatened her with sticks. But Gudiya never cried. She carried a dirty little diary where she wrote with pieces of charcoal. "One day, I'll wear a school uniform. One day, I'll go to school." The turning point. One busy afternoon at the station, an 8-year-old boy fell from a moving train. A crowd gathered, but most people only recorded videos on their phones. Gudiya didn't hesitate. She picked up the injured child with her dirty hands and ran nearly 2 kilometers to the government hospital. The doctor said, if she had arrived 1 minute later, he wouldn't have survived. The boy was the son of a famous lawyer. With tears in his eyes, the lawyer said, "You saved my son's life. Tell me, what do you want?" Gudiya folded her torn hands and quietly replied, "Sir, please send me to school. I only want books and a pen." The lawyer's heart melted. A new morning. The very next month, Gudiya wore a school uniform for the first time in her life, a white shirt, a blue skirt, and ribbons in her hair. On her first day, the teacher asked, "What's your name?" She stood up nervously. Gudiya, sir." The whole class laughed. "The garbage girl!" She lowered her head. That night, she sat under a streetlight on the same sidewalk and studied for 3 hours. 1 year later, the results were announced. Gudiya ranked 5th in the entire district. The principal called her onto the stage and proudly said, "This girl came from the streets, but she proved that circumstances can be poor. Dreams never have to be." Holding the microphone, Gudiya smiled and said, "I don't collect garbage anymore. I collect dreams. One day, I'll build a home where every child from the streets has a bed to sleep in." The same people who once chased her away now stood with tears in their eyes. Today, 5 years passed. Now 19 years old, Gudiya is studying for her bachelor's degree while running a small NGO called Street Ferry. On the very sidewalk where she once slept, there is now a tent where 20 homeless children receive breakfast and study every evening. No one calls her the garbage girl anymore. Everyone calls her Didi. One day, a reporter asked, "What is your biggest dream?" Gudiya smiled, looked at the torn newspaper she once slept on, and replied, "I'll turn these streets into a home. They kept me alive. Now it's my turn to give them dignity." It's true. Some people are born among garbage, but they are never garbage themselves. They are diamonds, waiting for someone to polish them. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.
If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Text to Heart for more inspiring and emotional stories.